to the summit isn't straightforward, but it is well defined. Some of it can be seen from the shore, climbing up the gently sloping pastures and then sweeping round to the east before disappearing as its thread is lost round the curve of the mountain. Well, the lower climb is easygoing, serving as a preparation for the steeper slopes above, but affording rich opportunities to take in all of the surroundings on the way. The wild flowers of the pasture, orchids, myrtle, sea campion, and the wildlife of the shore and the air, inquisitive seals, elusive otters, oyster catchers and wagtails, and perhaps even a sea eagle. What riches! None of this will be seen further up. And what of the upper slopes? Climbing steeply and winding round rocky outcrops, this is difficult terrain. No looking back now, just focused on the summit. But it's hard work. Breathless and soaking with perspiration, the summit is reached. Now the path up can be seen, and a sense of achievement can be felt. And the onward path, looking down from the summit, can be seen, gently descending, and eventually disappearing from view. However, if on the lower slopes you're seduced into veering off, perhaps to take in the lofty Wolf Crag, or to experience the thundering Corra Falls crashing down the mountainside, then the path up is lost. The only ascent is through scree fields and rocky outcrops, and the upper ascent is made with bleeding hands, grazed on the jagged granite, and through a pervading mist that obscures the way. This is where you led me. I have arrived at my life's summit, cold, damp, and hurting. For all the opportunities you had, you chose a path that led me here. And looking back, what do I see? Nothing. No successes, no proud moments, no fulfilling career, no fruitful relationships, no children, no comfort, nothing. This is what the bright star achieved. This is what you wrought on a life. Precocious 20-year-old who squandered her education by dropping out of university just 2 terms before her finals, when she would have gained a degree. 2 terms. You could have, you should have gained a degree. You were nearly there. But instead, you left a void where a career-enhancing education should be, and a mountain of debt. You ignored all the friends that you met on the way, wholesome, intelligent people. You disregarded them. And you favoured promiscuity over stability, flaunting the arrogance, the indestructibility of youth. And this is your gift to me.
Everything I did, including the failures, the misses, the falling short, I did as a youth. I won't have been different from 100 million other youths, save for the uniqueness that is me. That's what those years are for. I enjoyed myself, mostly. It was a laugh. Yes, I made some mad decisions, but it didn't matter at the time. I was living for the there and then, not to featherbed a mature version of myself. As for some aspects of my younger self, my uni course was foisted upon me by people who should have known better, by people who were paid off sound judgments and advice, and done in an attempt to corral me down a particular, mind-numbing, useless career path. I couldn't do it. If the measure of today's woman is whether or not she has a degree, then the world would be filled with abject failures. But it's not, and there aren't. In any case, this can hardly be seen as a permanent setback. It's a well-known fact that mature students actually perform better than youngsters. Do the years I've elapsed count for nothing? I may have left behind a naive, abstract mess, but you have chosen not to add any brushstrokes yourself to create something meaningful. How long are you going to spend whimpering miserably instead of actually doing something?
Doing something. Like you, in the prime of a young life, standing up bravely in a crisis, taking advantage of all the love and support you had available to you at that time to help you overcome it. Well, as if your squandered education, your debts, all the alcohol and the acid and the shallow string of encounters weren't bad enough. The one thing that has scarred me more than anything else was the wound you left untreated.
You're trying to avoid mentioning Mummy's friend. Then I will. I was young and vulnerable at the time. I didn't understand. If you don't understand something, how can you act appropriately? So I didn't. I simply let it fester in my mind. I didn't deal with it. I didn't know what I had to deal with. But you've had years, half a lifetime or more, to make sense of what happened and to cope with it. To sort it out in your mind and to come to some form of closure. Instead, as with much else, you've simply decided to write yourself off as one of life's casualties, preferring instead to wallow in the warm mud of your pitiful self-indulgence. You've done nothing. Many adults have been dealt your hand. You're not alone. You're not unique. But they have made something of themselves. Through luck, through guile, through bluffing, through whatever. They haven't simply yielded the perpetual victim. This life could have been a success. You alone elected it not to be so. But there's still time. It's not too late. Put the canvas back on the easel. Get your oils, get your brushes, and paint. Paint something. Paint something new. Paint a legacy.
Your glib pronouncements leave me unmoved. And since there are so many missing answers in all of this, all I can do now is to delete the questions. I mean, finally, to destroy you, to redact you from my life's story. I'm going to spend autumn enjoying dappled sunlight out of the shadow of a futile and fruitless past, free from you at last. I shall obliterate you.
You can't. I'm not shackled. You are. By your own hand. Fettered by your past. By a past in your perverse mind you won't let go of. You won't be free. I am free to roam history. You could be too. I was. You are.